Borough White Oak meeting of council, June 20th, 2022, 7:30 p.m. Pledge allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Tim Backus.
Here.
Councilwoman Offerman.
Here.
Mayor Martin.
Here.
Councilman Davis.
Here.
Councilwoman Harper.
Here.
Councilman Russell.
Here.
Councilwoman Schroeder.
Here.
Councilman Bender.
Here.
We have 7, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Need a motion to approve the minutes of May 16th, 2022 council meeting?
So moved.
A motion and a second. Question on a motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Executive session, Pat McGraw.
We did have an executive session, albeit a brief one this evening, to discuss collective bargaining.
Thank you. Public comments, portion of the meeting. Any borough resident, state your name and your address and what we can help you with. Anybody have any public comments? Okay, ma'am, state your name and
Laura Bezick.
Or lunch,
You can-
approach.
Oh, that's still on.
Microphones.
Hi, I'm Laura Bezick. I've been in the borough for 35 years. My issue today is concerning an alley behind my property. I live on Prescott Street. There's an alley between Prescott and Monongahela. It's paved most of the way up, except for like, let's say, 2-3 houses down from my house. Oh, thanks. Better? Okay, which is, behind my house is grass, which I mow and have been maintaining for 35 years. So the issue is there are trees that are on that piece of property, which I believe is the property of the borough. The trees are really substantial. I'm saying like 18 inches, 20 inches or more in diameter. They're big trees. They're very top heavy. And the one tree in particular is leaning, not like straight tree, it's like that towards my property. Really top heavy, ready to come down. This is year it's going to come down. I inquired about it last year, went through a couple different channels there, and this year Mr. Palio came out with Jason and looked at it the other day, but they don't feel that it's the borough's responsibility, that it's not, they're saying it's my property. There's no way it's not my property on my papers from when I got my home. It's clearly marked that it's the alley. And when I go to put up a fence on my property and they come out and they check it and all, I've got to be within my property limits and I pay my permit and the whole deal. But so to say that any of that belongs to me, I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous. Anyway, here, I'll just show you a couple pictures. So here's what we're looking at. So like I said, my property is, behind my house, that piece of property is grass. I've been trying to maintain that in the back so people don't throw a bunch of junk back there, which they have done in the past, and I've been cleaning it out. But so all I'm asking is that the borough accepts responsibility for the fact that this is borough property and they come and take down the tree. That's my request.
Is it Mrs. Piesick?
Bezick.
Bezick, I'm sorry. I'm Pat McGrail. I'm the borough's legal advisor.
Mm-hmm.
And this question is not an uncommon question in White Oak or in any other municipality. So let me explain it, but I may be repeating what you've already heard. I did see a picture of the area, and clearly you and or others are taking care of it, so it looks very nice. That isn't what makes it your property. What makes it your property is it's a paper alley or paper street in the Borough of White Oak. Because the borough has never opened it, that is dedicated for public use, as is evidenced by the grass, or even if it was not grassed, but just wooded. It appears to be a 20 or 24-foot right-of-way that probably was identified for a public road at some point. That roadway was never opened. So in that case, what happens is that you own an undivided interest in half of that area. So if it's 24 feet, you own 12 feet. So I know you have a fence there, and I'm not sure if that fence is on your property line.
It's on my property.
On your property
In my
line.
property.
So you, for example, if we had had this discussion when you put your fence in, you could actually have put your fence 12 foot further out. But everyone on your neighbors, if there are neighbors, own half of that area, and the people on the other side own half. Now, this tree trunk is on the other half. It is my understanding. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Technically, I guess.
it doesn't appear to be on
Right.
your,
Right.
on your side. And so arguably, that homeowner owns the tree. But the tree has grown. The story goes on. So the tree has grown over the entire width of that area and is now,
It's way over.
gone over your fence, into your property. And so you can handle that a couple of ways. I'm not your lawyer. I don't want to advise you in this setting as to what your options are. But the borough does not maintain vegetation of any kind in public street, in paper alleys or paper streets. If you were not mowing that grass, the borough would not be mowing it.
I know that, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
And for the same reason, the borough doesn't maintain trees in paper streets.
I feel like it's such, I feel like it's such a loophole that nobody in the borough really knows about. People do not know about this. I guess one question would be, when they paved that, why didn't they pave up a little bit further? There was nothing in the way. They could have paved up further. People used that. People parked back there, had garages back there. I have a fence gate that opens up to the back. Why didn't they do that all the way up? And so now, like, I'm the person that has to, like, suffer the consequences, and not be backed up on this. And I just feel like it's just not right of the borough to, like, let this go when they have the ability to go out and send out a crew of guys and get the tree down, and that'd be great.
I understand.
And I just feel like it's such some kind of little loophole in there that you're all using in this situation, and it just does not seem fair at all. And I'm not in a position, I'm not going to go to my neighbors who, they're not going to do anything about it. Either there's two neighbors technically involved. They're not going to do anything about it. And so, and I don't feel like it's right to just dump that on my neighbors and say, well, now this is your responsibility, because I strongly feel it's the borough's responsibility. I feel like the borough needs to take ownership for these pieces of land. They need to take care of them. They need to maintain them to some point, okay? And when people are requesting some help to maintain some stuff, let's maintain it. Let's not let it go and let it become like McKeesport is. So.
Well, council will discuss this at a meeting, next workshop. We've discussed it for a little bit in the back. We'll take another look at it.
Pardon me?
We'll take another look at it in council.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Anybody wants to come up, look at the property? I'm available a lot, or you could just drive up to the end of the alley and see for yourself. It's a substantial situation that needs taken care of, because when the tree comes down, and it will come down, it's going to take out my fence, my swing, my playhouse, possibly hit my house. And God forbid that it falls on me or my grandkids playing in the yard, because it'll kill them. And then we're at a whole different level. Whole different level.
Yeah.
And I'm not the type of person that's gonna like jump on getting a lawyer to like, I feel like it is a borough resident's my responsibility. Come here, talk to you guys, we work this out, we get it taken care of. We take care of our residents.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Any other public comments? Mayor's report, Anna Martin.
Thank you, Mr. President. Police activity for May 2022, arrest 14 adults, criminal mischief 1, disorderly conduct 2, drug offenses 1, DUI 5, harassment 2, theft 3, summary traffic violations 86, total incidents 657. And there's a note here, 2 juveniles were arrested for criminal mischief last month, which is April, as a result of an incident that occurred in November 2021. Also, have a report from the Office of the Chief of Police. In regards to the enhanced traffic school zone at Francis McClure School, the Kingsport Area School District is preparing to meet with council to discuss the proposed improvements to the school zone. As our training, the police department's annual MIST training, all officers have completed the first 3 modules. Group 1 completed their control module on June 16, 2022, and the second half of the department will complete theirs on June 28th. Annual firearms qualification, Detective Bell and Officer Liptak have qualified. 2 defensive control classes will be taught this year to all officers. Dates will be determined after the completion of the MIST training. These classes will go hand in hand with the control taught at the MIST training. And once fall arrives, we would like to start up the Community Watch Program. Our CPR and First Aid recertifications will expire mid-December. We are in the process of scheduling the updates now. Estimates are being prepared for the car number 122 in preparation for repurpose it into our new unmarked court call. Also, the Chief Mark Sargent and I would like to thank Officers Sergeant Opperman and Officer Liptak, who were dispatched to an incident here in White Oak involving an unstable person. Our officers put themselves in danger while still maintaining order in the neighborhood. It is my privilege to thank them for their professionalism and quick actions that reflect not only on them, but on the department as well. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Standing committee reports, Finance, Jason Russell.
Treasurer's report for May 2022. Beginning balance, $8,153,367.85. Actual revenues, $2,646,994.70. Actual expenditures, $1,268,325.99. Fund balance, $9,532,035.56. I motion to accept the treasurer's report.
Got a motion on the floor, do I have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed.
I motion to approve the check register for the month of May, which includes electronic fund transfers and general fund checks in the following ranges: 208,488 to 208,590, totaling $792,371.57.
A motion on the floor, do I have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
I motion authorizing the following interfund transfers for the month of May. Liquid fuels to the general fund, $8,851.59. Solid waste to the general fund, $41,113.78. Capital projects to the general fund, $424,144.07. Post-retirement to the general fund, $1,784.98. Total transfers, $475,000, $894.42.
A motion on the floor, do I have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
That is my report, Mr. Davis.
Thank you, Jason. Health Environment Cable, Lori Schroeder.
I have nothing to report at this time.
Thank you, Lori. Parks and Recreation, Julie Oberlin.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. I'd like to recognize Marianne Gottschalk. Is she here? She was the winner of the logo for the 75th anniversary. I don't know if you've seen it. There's several banners and shirts. I'll have a shirt for you after the meeting, but thank you. We all voted and agreed that it was the best one that everyone liked, so thank you for your talent. I just have several other announcements. White Oak Borough's 75th Anniversary Committee Planning Meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, July 20th, 7 p.m. at the Municipal Building. Anyone who's interested in helping with the celebration is welcome and encouraged to attend. The White Oak Borough Community Softball Tournament, we're going to try to have it on Saturday, July 30th at the White Oak Athletic Association Complex. Contact Michelle at the Borough office to register your team, volunteer, or request any information. And White Oak Borough Community Day is scheduled for Saturday, August 6th at the Heritage Hill Park Complex. And that's all I have, President Davis.
Thank you, Julie. Public Safety, Lou Bender.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. I have nothing at this time.
Thank you, Lou. Public Works, George Pambacus. Joel.
Here I am.
Planning and Zoning, Joel.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. I just have one short announcement. There was some concern over the property of Lincoln School and the premises and what it looks like and the upkeep on it. Our CEO officer, Kyle, met with the property manager of the school or apartments to discuss some of the ongoing issues, and they came to an agreement to get the property back up to looking good, and they're gonna follow up on it as needed. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Joel. I was trying to save the best for the last, but okay. Public Works, George Pambacus.
Okay, thanks, Chuck. The May monthly report is available for review during normal working hours. Highlights of the month that use most of the hours. We're at the swimming pool getting it ready, mowing the grass up at the parks, and chipping. I should say that our chipping program is underway right now. So if there's any residents that have any tree limbs that need chipped or anything, they are to call 412-672-9727, extension 238, and make the arrangements. There is also a pile of chips up at the park. Any borough resident is welcome to use those. They make good mulch. And I have some motions I have to do here. Okay, I'd like to, like the motion to rescind the 2 votes from the May 16th meeting as listed on our agenda.
I have a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Okay, in relation to that, I'd like to make a motion to accept the bid from Tim Indike in the amount of $3,600 for the following as-is and in as-is condition excess out-of-service equipment as advertised publicly as listed. A 1997 International dump truck, a 2000 International dump truck, and a 1990 Econoline trailer. That's in the form of a motion.
Motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
And that concludes my report.
These trucks, they were going to be scrapped, and it turns out there was a bid from a borough resident on them, so that's what that was all about. Need a motion to accept the tax collector's reports and pay the commissions and fees due for May 2022.
So moved.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Engineers report, Ken Hillman.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Some updates in addition to what's already on the agenda for approval. The Watershed Restoration and Protection Program, that grant application has been submitted, and that's for stream bank stabilization here along the Borough building. The Heritage Hills Park playground, the revised engineering agreement has been signed and uploaded to DCNR, so once we get approval from DCNR, we'll get moving with the design on that project. The GTRP Heritage Hills grant, that also has been submitted in relation to phase 2 of the Heritage Hills Park renovations. We met here a couple weeks ago with the Army Corps of Engineers to look for funding to help with the MS4 and stream bank stabilization. That right now is currently with the Army Corps for them to decide if the project would be funded. We're eligible for funding. And we're waiting towards the end of the year for the LSA statewide gaming, which would be for the last phase of the Heritage Hills Park renovations. The Borough Facilities Project, we're down to the last little bit of work that's still remaining. Most of it is in regards to the electrical work and the emergency generator. The emergency generator is supposed to ship on the 29th of July. And there's a few back order lights that actually have been received, so we're just waiting a date for those to be installed. The storm sewer and paving project, they're finishing up on Riemann this week, and towards the end of the week, weather dependent, the trench line, asphalt trench line restoration will begin on Riemann, Center Street, and Mohawk storm sewer. As most of everybody's aware, Tresco Paving has been in. They have all but 5 roads at least milled and binder course installed. Most of them also have the wearing course installed right now. They'll be up at the pool and Carmella and Marietta tomorrow to start the top coat up there. Depending on how that goes, they will then move down here to the Borough building either on Wednesday or Thursday to start the installation of the wearing course here. And then they will move out until the storm sewer project's done, and then they'll come back in to finish the milling and paving on those streets that are left. Cool Springs traffic signal, that has been finally 6 months later. We got all the equipment and new pole, and that work was done here over the last couple of weeks by traffic control and engineering, and we were recommending payment for them. That's all I have at this time.
Thank you, Ken. Need a motion to accept the engineer's report and pay the fees due to Senate Engineering Company for invoices 61244 through 6161256 dated May 31st, 2022, totaling $41,255.25.
So moved.
Second.
The motion and a second. Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Need a motion to approve pay request number 4 in the amount of $83,706.16 submitted by Pugliano Construction, Inc. for the 2022 storm sewer and inlet project as reviewed and approved by the engineer, and authorize the borough manager to sign the above listed request on behalf of the borough.
So moved.
Second.
Motion to second. Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Need a motion to approve pay request number 1, the amount of $815,442.82 submitted by Tresco Paving Corporation for the 2022 paving project as reviewed and approved by the engineer, and authorize the borough manager to sign the above listed request on behalf of the borough.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Need a motion to approve pay request number 1, final, in the amount of $94,941 submitted by Traffic Control Engineering, Inc. for Cool Springs and State Route 48 emergency traffic signal pole and cabinet replacement project as reviewed and approved by the engineer, and authorize the borough manager to sign the above listed request on behalf of the borough.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Solicitor's report, Pat McGraw.
Mr. Davis, I have 3 resolutions. One is 2022-16, and it is a resolution making refund of certain real property taxes to certain property owners as hereinafter listed by reason of official change order gentrification issued by the Allegheny County Board of Assessments, Appeals and Review, as well as abatements or overpayments.
Need a motion to approve resolution 2022-16.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Resolution 2022-17, need a motion to approve a resolution of the Borough of White Oak approving certain amendments to the White Oak Borough's Civil Service Commission rules and regulations.
So moved.
Motion and a second. Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
And finally, we need a motion to approve Resolution 2022-18, which is a resolution of the Borough of White Oak approving certain amendments to the White Oak Police Department standard operating procedures as they pertain to limits of authority and search and seizure.
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion is passed. Need a motion to accept the solicitor's report and pay the fees due to McGraw and Associates LLC for invoices 37987 through 37992 and 38015 dated June 17, 2022, totaling $2,996.40.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Do we have any new business tonight? Do we have any old business?
I have a short announcement on that. The senior activities meeting is being held this Thursday, June 22nd at 1 p.m. at the community center. We've had one meeting already and we made some nice headway. Our goal is to have planning sessions throughout the summer and have it up and running after Labor Day.
Thank you, George. It's a good idea. All the people are working on that. That's, we've been needing that for a while.
Yep.
Next meeting, July 11th, 2022, 6:45, council workshop meeting. July 18th, 2022, 6:45, council workshop meeting. July 18th, 2022, 7:30, council meeting. Zoning hearing board meeting is June 30th, 2022 at 7 p.m. A motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I don't think there is.
I did.
Did you?